Dating someone you previously looked over or taught as a child comes across like grooming, whether it was your intention or not. Now, Roxy and King face a disproportionate amount of hate regarding their romantic depiction, primarily because of the controversy surrounding it, with many people saying that these characters were on the cusp of grooming their romantic partners or straight up groom them entirely. In Seven Deadly Groomers, King would first meet Diane when she was originally a child in giant years. Though during this period, King didn't have his memories, he still looked over Diane as he would a parent. Being a voice of reason to the childlike thought process of Diane, later on in the story they would be in a romantic relationship. And similarly, unbeknownst to Roxy, the protagonist of Mushoku Tensei is actually 30 years old simply in a child's body. Later on in the story, Roxy would be in a romantic relationship with the protagonist, despite the only reason she even knows him is because she was originally teaching what she thought was a child. Now, the implication of a character playing a more protective or supportive role in a vacuum isn't an issue. It only becomes an issue when you add a romantic element to it later down the line, with many people arguing it might be a conflict of interest. But the reason why these two characters are so heavily scrutinized is because of the narrative justification surrounding it. When King and Diane initially met, King did not have his memories, and at the end of the day, from Roxy's perspective, she had no idea that Rudeus is cognitively an adult. So that means she actively got in a romantic relationship with somebody she only established contact with because they were initially depicted as a physical child. Nevertheless, a lot of these characters have romantic technicalities in their story, but the baseline of the argument is that if you establish contact with someone that's substantially younger than you, and then later on down the line you pursue a romantic relationship, it does call into question the ethics and the implication of the romantic depiction, whether it was their intention to be in a romantic relationship or not.